A lot of innovation around enhancing experiences in virtual worlds is happening around the payment infrastructure space and the idea of increasingly frictionless transactions. Our company in focus today is constantly driving innovation as they bring users and leading brands to the Metaverse and the Intraverse. Welcome to Global One Media Stocks to Watch. I'm Michelle Martin. Today I'm speaking with Brandon F. Johnson, Chief Operating Officer of TerraZero Technologies. They help brands create immersive experiences as a leading Web3 company. TerraZero is a sub-brand of BIGG Digital Assets, which owns and operates crypto businesses like Netcoins and the Blockchain Intelligence Group. Welcome, Brandon.
Hi, Michelle. How are you?
Oh, doing really well. Thank you so much for joining us. So BIGG, or BIGG Digital Assets, is known as a Web3 and blockchain-facing company. Why is your Stripe integration for TerraZero's Interaverse so important to the overall vision for the crypto ecosystem?
Yeah, I think a number of reasons. When TerraZero was acquired by BIGG Digital Assets, we were very active in the payment space, and especially catering to all kinds of payments and ways of having on-ramps for fiat regular credit card purchases, as well as link outs to minting pages for Web3 assets and other kinds of digital assets. And I think that's what attracted BIGG Digital Assets to TerraZero, among many other things. When we were a very young company, we were very active in decentralized metaverse worlds before we built the Intraverse and started catering to small and medium-sized businesses, artists, and enterprise for our own virtual experiences using our own technology. And during that time and now, that's what attracted PricewaterhouseCoopers to us. And we worked with them to find Stripe as a partner and build a payments system and payment rails system that would work for customers in markets all over the world, where we have joint business relationships with PricewaterhouseCoopers all over the world. And that is what creates so much more opportunity for everyone we work with to conduct business and generate revenue and conduct transactions. And I think that's even further pivotal for what we're doing with TerraZero and BIGG Digital Assets, because you have to remember that as Web3 continues to be adopted as a technology, a small percentage of people actually have wallets. Now that number is growing quickly, but there are so many users out there with credit cards, and they want to transact and buy the things they love. And as a company, BIGG Digital Assets remains to be very bullish and competitive, whether it's Blockchain Intelligence Group or Netcoins or TerraZero. And we're looking for market opportunities just like anyone else. So if TerraZero is operating the Stripe integration across the Intraverse and the activations that we do, we are bringing more users into our ecosystem, and we're opening them up to a variety of opportunities that are both fiat credit card facing and Web3 facing.
For users who are new to the idea of the Intraverse, what is it relative to the Metaverse, and how will TerraZero's Intraverse use or enable users who are accustomed to credit card payments with Stripe? What will this enable them to do?
That's a good question. So for the Intraverse ecosystem, the technology that we deploy for artists and creators and brands and large enterprise companies, e-commerce is a major centerpiece of that value add and why people are seeking these virtual experiences as the next frontier of the internet and engagement, especially digitally. You have to remember that there are millions and millions of people who have been playing Fortnite and other similar types of social games and have been immersing themselves in these environments for many, many years. I myself am one of them. I grew up playing all these games with my friends, and that's how we socialized. That's how we found new things that we liked. that's how we found new things to purchase, frankly. And a lot of these generations are growing up and they're looking for the more grown-up version of Roblox and Fortnite and places where they've socialized and connected with friends and the things they loved before. And we think the Intraverse caters to that. Now, at the epicenter of that, there needs to be methods for payments, there needs to be payment rails, and there needs to be things to do and things to buy. And we are doing this with Stripe because we know we can operate those and we can help businesses facilitate those transactions in markets all over the world and help them generate revenue. And that'll connect right alongside all the gamified social aspects that we're doing with the Intraverse and make it a more wholesome and gratifying experience for everybody.
Sounds very much more inclusive. How do you expect this move to change users or subscriber experience of the platform? And what will this mean for users looking to monetize or be able to do online?
I think it's going to present a lot of new opportunities. I think our Stripe integration and e-commerce in the Intraverse in general is going to create a lot of new opportunities for businesses and users. So for a business, let's say you're a music artist, or we just launched a activation with the streaming platform Napster with an artist named Rick Wilson from Chicago. And as we unfold more of, I think, what Napster is considering this Napsterverse of virtual experiences, and we had a long sleeve T-shirt from Rick's merch catalog for purchase within that experience. That's a very simple application of an artist like Rick, or it could be a brand or anything out there. It's taking what's already successful for them and putting it on a new platform for a new audience, while also for Rick's core fan base or Napster users, it's a way for them to further champion and get these kinds of unique purchase moments and opportunities in front of their core audience. So it's a way to succeed further with what's already successful for you as a business. But then when you think about the Intraverse as this series of experiences for engagement, you can bring in new kinds of social experiences and build upon the features that we've developed for the Intraverse to have new kinds of purchase moments and ways to weave in your content and generate revenue in ways that you haven't been able to before. So think about it from the perspective of Napsterverse and Napster and artists like Rick Wilson, who can now every single day of a given week say, come back to the Intraverse, come to Rick's experience, come to Napsterverse. And each day that you come back, there will be something new for you to collect. And then at the end of 7 days, let's say, there's something exclusive and special that you can either buy or that you can be given that will give you access to something else in the future. That kind of repeat engagement and reward is helping an artist like Rick Wilson and Napster engage with fans and users in ways that they haven't and present new kinds of purchase opportunities that can either be a different kind of T-shirt or physical piece of merch, or it could be something virtual. And that's creating new kinds of revenue for artists like Rick and companies like Napster and others. So I think it's creating a lot of opportunities, and it's fun and unique and different for everyone involved.
So this is really about widening engagement, maximizing those purchasing moments, as you put it. I wonder if you can give us a look ahead at what this Stripe integration means for the future of TerraZero's Intraverse in terms of possibilities.
Yeah, I think what we're already seeing in terms of the future of TerraZero's Intraverse and how our integration with Stripe is broadening opportunities and diversifying opportunities for artists and creators and users. We're seeing people think outside the box already. Following the example I gave about how you could have something new every day for people to consume and how that could lead to different purchase moments and opportunities, we're seeing people think, we'll just keep using the music example. Alongside the album release cycle or alongside the tour cycle, what is something unique that can be done in the virtual space for that core fan base, but then also reaching new users and new listeners and fans? How is the Intraverse, and especially what they can do with e-commerce through Stripe, how is that helping an artist work with their sponsors and partners and brands that they love in a way that brings two different audiences together? How can we connect something like a loyalty rewards program from a brand to an artist space, which means that if I love this brand and I love this artist, what's something that's exclusive or unique to me? And how can that be connected through the fact that, I use Stripe to conduct my purchases or find the purchases and things that I love online? We're seeing a lot of outside the box thinking that is generating a lot of really high value KPIs. I try not to use like kind of salesy talk like that, but what I mean by that is we're seeing more things that are creating opportunities where audiences can come together and engage with each other and spend more time with the things they love. And that kind of value add is in addition to the added opportunity for new kinds of e-commerce and new kinds of revenue generation for artists and businesses, and incredibly fun things to do for fans. So that's a lot of what we're seeing in the future.
Brandon, how is what TerraZero is doing connected with Web3, the future of e-commerce, and the overall vision of BIGG Digital Assets?
Yep. I think from the BIGG Digital Assets perspective, I think we want to seize more market opportunity that's there and be a very competitive group of companies between TerraZero, Blockchain Intelligence Group, and Netcoins. So in connecting to Web3, I think Stripe has really evolving and growing Web3 plans and being able to cater to that market and those audiences. So we're positioning ourselves to succeed there with Interaverse and across all of BIGG Digital Assets. And I also would connect this question back to one of the first things I mentioned, which is, Web3 is growing as a technology, and it has a growing audience of people who are really invested in everything Web3 related, and that's great to see. And the number of people, the percentage of people who have Web3 wallets is growing, but the number of people who have wallets with credit cards is, massive. And you see companies like Visa and MasterCard getting into this space, and they're offering all different ways to connect. And we see Stripe and what we're doing with payments and allowing merchants of all kinds to connect their accounts is one of those things where we can generate a lot of success for everyone that we work with. And that's, important for the success of Web3 opportunities in the future, and just the future and evolution of e-commerce on the internet and virtual experiences and what we're looking to do at BIGG Digital Assets. So it's a competitive, open future that we're happy to embrace here.
We've been looking at the evolution of the payments infrastructure of TerraZero Technologies with its COO, Brandon Johnson. Thank you, Brandon.
Thank you, Michelle. Pleasure to be here.
This has been Stocks to Watch. I'm Michelle Martin.